Chapter 11: The Biomedical Basis of Chronic Diseases, based on Introduction to Public Health by Mary-Jane Schneider. Jones and Bartlett Learning Public Health first made its mark by controlling infectious diseases. But by the mid-20th century, a new challenge emerged: chronic diseases. Heart disease, cancer, and diabetes became the leading causes of death and disability. These conditions often develop slowly, have multiple risk factors, and don't spread from person to person, but they affect millions of lives. In this video, we'll explore the biomedical basis of chronic diseases, what causes them, and how public health aims to prevent them. Chronic disease and public health. Chronic diseases now cause the majority of deaths in the US. They include cardiovascular disease, cancer, diabetes, arthritis, Alzheimer's, and dementia. While these conditions primarily affect older adults, they also strike in midlife, causing premature death and disability. Unlike infectious diseases, chronic diseases have multiple causes, develop slowly, offer opportunities for secondary prevention. Understanding their biomedical basis, from cells and genes to behaviors, is key to preventing them. Research and animal models. Because it's often unethical to test risky exposures on people, public health researchers use epidemiologic methods, laboratory studies. Animal models, mice, rats, and monkeys, help us understand human disease processes. For example, rabbits fed a high-fat diet develop atherosclerosis, like humans. Lab mice are used to test cancer treatments or blood pressure effects. No animal is a perfect match for humans, but these models offer critical insight into chronic disease mechanisms and potential interventions. Cardiovascular disease, heart disease, and stroke are the top two killers in the US. Cardiovascular disease is linked to atherosclerosis, plaque buildup in the arteries. Major risk factors include high blood pressure, high cholesterol, smoking, diabetes, obesity, inactivity. The Framingham study helped identify these risks. Later studies confirmed how LDL cholesterol increases risk, while HDL cholesterol lowers it. Treatment often includes diet and exercise, medications like statins, smoking cessation, but prevention is better than treatment. Healthy eating, staying active, and avoiding tobacco remain the best public health tools. Hypertension, the silent killer. High blood pressure or hypertension is a major risk factor for heart disease and stroke. It's called the silent killer because it has no symptoms, but it damages arteries over time. Blood pressure over 130/80 is now considered high. Lifestyle changes like reducing salt, exercising, losing weight, not smoking can lower risk significantly. For many, medication is also needed. Public health campaigns have cut stroke deaths in half since the 1970s, thanks to early detection and better treatment. Cancer, one name, many diseases. Cancer isn't one disease, it's over 100 diseases. But all cancer starts the same way, a mutation in DNA. This mutation causes a cell to grow uncontrollably, invade nearby tissues, and sometimes spread through the body, a process called metastasis. Cancer can be caused by chemicals, radiation, viruses, diet, and hormones. Prevention strategies include avoiding known carcinogens, screening for early detection, vaccination. While some cancers are inherited, most develop over time through multiple mutations. Diabetes, a growing epidemic. Diabetes affects over 1 in 10 Americans, and it's rising fast. There are two major types. Type 1, an autoimmune disease that destroys insulin-producing cells. Type 2, linked to obesity and inactivity. More common in adults but increasing in youth. Both types cause high blood sugar, which damages blood vessels, eyes, kidneys. Feet. Type 2 diabetes is largely preventable through healthy diet, exercise. Weight control. Public health focuses on early diagnosis, access to care, and lifestyle change, but changing behavior is hard without supportive environments. Other chronic diseases of concern. Other chronic conditions affect quality of life, even if they are not always fatal. These include Alzheimer's and other dementias, increasing with aging populations. Arthritis, a leading cause of disability in older adults. Mental illness, a major cause of years lived with disability. We're still learning what causes many of these conditions, but research is ongoing, especially through the NIH. Conclusion: chronic diseases are now the greatest threat to public health in the US. They cause the most deaths, account for most healthcare spending, often begin with modifiable risk factors. We've made huge strides in understanding heart disease and cancer, and we're learning more every day about diabetes, dementia, and mental illness. But progress isn't just about new drugs, it's about prevention. Eating better, moving more, reducing stress, avoiding tobacco, and making healthier choices easier for everyone. That's how we reduce suffering, save money, and improve life for millions. Call to action. This video is based on Chapter 11 of Introduction to Public Health by Mary-Jane Schneider, published by Jones and Bartlett Learning. If this helped clarify how public health tackles chronic disease, share it. And in the comments, let us know, what one change do you think would have the biggest impact on chronic disease prevention?